this figurehead that, even though they climbed up on the black community's back, they have a tendency to stub their nose at the community as well. And I see this with so many of our wealthy blacks in this country.
Rick Ross. I want to do the imitation Rick Ross, I should say.
William Roberts.
Took a name, William Roberts. How do you feel about him to this day? Do you think that he's a fraud?
Do I think he's a fraud? Come on, that's a fact. It's a fact. His name is not Rick Ross. His mother didn't name him Rick Ross. He renamed himself Rick Ross. He hasn't done any of the things that he rap about, that he said he's done. I mean, his story is so made up from even being a football player. You know, we went back into the high school records, and we couldn't find one picture of him in a football uniform. It's no way possible that in the 90s you could have been an All-American football player and not have a picture in a football uniform. You know, when you make All-American, they take a picture of all the All-Americans and they post them. So the guy's story is totally made up. But that's just another part of this whole facade that has been sold to black people and that we're buying into. You know, they've been picking our leaders. We haven't been picking our leaders. You know, we haven't picked our stars. We don't pick who is going to be the next singer. We don't pick who's going to be the next rapper. Somebody else pick all those people for us, and then they do what they call programming to make us like them. And these people may not give a shit about you. You know, I don't believe that you the homie if you never come to the hood. How are you the homie if you never in the hood? No, you're not the homie. You're not the homeboy. All my homeboys come by the house sometimes.
Yeah. Right. How'd the lawsuit go with you and him? Didn't you lose that lawsuit with William Roberts?
I was cheated out that lawsuit. I didn't lose the lawsuit. I've lost about 3 lawsuits since I've been home, including my documentary. And the problem is not that the evidence is not there. It's just that the courts, they turn a blind eye. See, it's one thing to be a black man in this country. Then it's a whole nother one to be a black man with a conviction. And then it's a whole nother one to be a black man with a conviction that's also a kingpin.
Yeah.
That takes it to a whole nother level. So when I go to court, I'm not really looking for anything. I'm just exercising my rights as a human being. And if I didn't exercise my rights, I would feel like as if I didn't do my my due diligence to pursue my cause. So yes, I lost that lawsuit, but I felt good about it. You know, even with the loss, you know, I made Universal have 15 lawyers. You know, and I had 2 lawyers that was helping me pro bono. I filed my lawsuit myself. I started the process myself. I was able to get 2 lawyers to come in. They said they spent $1.5 million to fight me.
Wow.
Do you think that it was a Universal or a label thing creating this persona and take it? Because we've seen, 50, he ain't the real 50. We've seen Freeway take your persona in the Freeway but pay homage. Do you think it's a label thing to kind of push these personas on these rappers to push an agenda? Or do you think that was carbon copy? No, I'm going to take his whole swag and run with it and then act like I didn't. It was mine myself.
Well, the labels definitely put the money behind to put people in places that, you know, these artists where they are now, and the labels don't care if these artists are going to be good for the community or not. Matter of fact, they almost promote them not being good. And you got to look at society. Here I am. I try to go to schools and speak, and sometimes they reject it because I'm a drug dealer. But then I'll be sitting in the gym and I'll hear them playing the Snowman and every day I'm hustling and how much dope I sold and I dropped the Molly in the girl's drink. So when you look at society as a whole, you know that it's twisted. And then they turn around and punish the kid because he started to sell drugs. How could you? How could you give a kid a test and you know you gave him the wrong answers? Not the wrong answers. Let me correct that. the wrong math. It would be like if you give a kid the numbers that you know won't add up to what the answer is supposed to
Right.
be, and you expect him to figure out how to do right. No.
What was your first thought though when you seen that he took your name? Like, what was your first thought? Did you use a little shock?
Man, I don't think about that dude, man. I got so much stuff going on right now. You know, I'm about to be the king of marijuana. I'm about to be the
Okay.
richest motherfucker in the whole world. I'm about to pass Bill Gates, and I see all these people who can't think. You know, it's like, damn, these motherfuckers can't think. How they get these positions? You know, but I know now, you know, they had their mamas and daddies who paid $200,000 and $300,000 for them to get in a certain college, and you know, they was able to brush shoulders with, you know, with the people who are doing this and doing that, and it's just a good old boy network, and I just don't think they can outthink me.
Talk about that $1 billion enterprise you got going on, the marijuana business. Is it out in California, or where you located at?
Well, I'm starting in California, but I'm negotiating in 9 states right now because I started my marijuana business with only $500.
Talk about it. Talk about that.
Just so people know, I started my marijuana business with only $500. I had $105,000 taken from me on the highway about 6 years ago. You know, that was only about 6, 7 months after I was in the industry.
From the police? Police took it?
Yeah, the police took it from me. They saw me, you know, I was driving in a pack of cars. It was about 17 cars. I was the only black. And, you know, the cop that took the handcuffs off me, you know, he had watched my documentary. He was a fan. And he told me, he said, man, don't you know how they do up here? And I was like, no, what they do? He said, they go eeny, meeny, mighty, mo. There go a nigga.
Oh, shit.
That's real, man.
That's a fact.
Wow. You ain't try to fight that to try to get that money back? There was nothing you could do?
Yeah, I did. It was a legal search and seizure and all. You know, he violated all my rights, but, you know, who cares? When you go to court, the judge is looking at it. This is an ex-drug kingpin.
Yeah.
He's probably up here trying to buy marijuana because, you know, I was in the triangle. So they punished me. But at the end of the day, that really was a benefit because, you know, the news media picked it up and the LA Times did an article and they called me the new prince of marijuana. And I never thought about that. You know, I was just trying to sell some marijuana because I you know, was homeless and.
You still there?
I'm here. I see myself. Can you see me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got into marijuana to get myself out of homelessness, and the way I got in it was really circumstantial, and I didn't really know marijuana was legal. You know, so from that, you know, I ventured into got into the politics of marijuana. You know, I started going to all the rallies, you know, for the legalization, and next thing I know, I saw what was going on, and I started advocating why shouldn't convicted felons be able to participate in the marijuana licensing process when this whole business was all illegal at one time.
Fact.
Everybody who sold it was illegal. So just because a guy didn't get caught, mean that now he can benefit from an industry that's now legal when the guy who paid his dues to society can't participate. I thought that was retarded. I thought that the guy who never got caught should be the one who say, oh, no, you can't get a license because you never paid your dues to society because you fought for something that was really should have been legal all along, but because some idiot decided to make it illegal, but now you're participating, and because I went to prison and paid my dues 20 years, I can't participate. I didn't think that was fair, and we was able to get the state of California to agree with us, and they made it where convicted felons can participate in the marijuana industry.
Now, you growing your own marijuana, creating your own strains, or you just like you just got your name and a business structure behind it? How's that going? How's the process?
Well, right now, I'm just using my name and my selling ability.
Okay.
I had a meeting yesterday with the biggest grower in California, so we came to terms on a deal. So I'll be having him. I'll be using his facility,
right,
to grow my material, and we'll be partners. So I'll start from there. I'm also working on deals in like 9 other states with other growers just like him to move my product in those states as well.
Is one of those states New Jersey by any chance?
I applied for a license myself in New Jersey. I'm waiting on New Jersey to get their stuff right. But I applied for a license myself.
How much are those licenses by any chance in New Jersey in particular?
I'm not sure what it costs right now, what the fee was, but we had to get the governor. We had to get a lobbyist to get the governor to sign off, as well as the mayor of I think it's Trenton, is that we're going for the license.